Hello. Let's talk about Peach State Reserves, or PSR for short. While you were an active employee, you may have contributed to a PSR retirement savings account. All ERS members are eligible to save in PSR and may have contributed to the 401k or 457 plans. If you are a GSEPS member and contributed to the PSR 401k, you also receive an employer match. In this video, you'll learn some effective ways to use your Peach State Reserves balance in retirement. This video covers leaving funds in your account, withdrawing funds, rollover of funds, required minimum distributions, service credit purchase, and supplemental guaranteed lifetime income purchase. Let's begin with your Peach State Reserves balance. What can you do with your money? First, you can leave it invested in your account after you retire. In order to leave your funds in a PSR account, you must have a minimum balance of $1,000. If less than $1,000, the balance is automatically paid to you after 90 days of retirement. If you want to withdraw money from PSR, you do have options. You can withdraw your total balance, called a full distribution, or part of your balance, called a partial distribution. If you want your balance paid in periodic installments, you can schedule withdrawals at set intervals. You can also choose to roll over your Peach State Reserves funds into another qualified plan to maintain their tax-deferred status. You can do all of this on the Georgia Breeze website. Generally, you can't withdraw or roll over funds until 31 days after you separate from service. If you decide to leave your funds in Peach State Reserves when you retire, you should know about required minimum distributions, or RMDs. After you reach a certain age, which will be 73 or 75 depending on your birth year, you are required to begin withdrawing a minimum amount from your taxable retirement funds each year. This amount is determined by the IRS. Once RMDs apply, expect a letter from Georgia Breeze every year explaining the process and showing your required minimum distribution for the year. If you don't withdraw enough by December, any remaining RMD will be paid to you by the end of the year. And keep in mind, RMDs cannot be rolled over. And if you return to a Peach State Reserve eligible position, RMDs do not apply. Want to use your PSR funds to increase your ERS monthly pension benefit? Here's how. By buying creditable service called a service purchase. Service purchases can only be made before you begin your retirement. Only pre-tax or non-Roth funds can be used for a service purchase. And Peach State Reserve funds are directly rolled over to ERS. Here are a couple of service purchase options that may be available to you. Airtime. You can purchase up to 3 years of creditable service. And a refund buyback. If you ever left service and received a refund of your contributions and interest, you can buy that service back. Service purchases can only be made while you are still actively employed in an ERS position. If you're already retired, there's another way to increase your monthly income. The ERS plan offers a supplemental guaranteed lifetime income option, or SIGLI, which can only be purchased with Peach State Reserves pre-tax funds. Watch the SIGLI video to learn more. If you want an estimate for a service purchase or supplemental guaranteed lifetime income option, contact ERSGA. Now that we've talked about some ways to withdraw money from Peach State Reserves, did you know you may be able to roll funds into PSR? You may be able to directly roll over funds from other qualified plans into Peach State Reserves. This may be a good option because PSR has very low fees. You must still be actively employed in a PSR eligible position to roll over funds into a Peach State Reserves account. So make sure you take advantage of any rollovers before you leave employment. At ERS Retirement, if you elect a partial lump sum option, or PLOP, you can roll the taxable portion into the PSR 401k plan to keep it tax deferred. To start a rollover contribution into a PSR 401k or 457 plan, call Georgia Breeze or sign into your account. Keep in mind, the 457 plan only accepts rollovers from other 457 plans. And you might be wondering, can my annual leave payout be transferred to Peach State Reserves? Yes, as long as you don't exceed IRS contribution limits for the year. Check the ERSGA website for current IRS contribution limits. Contributions can be made as pre-tax or as Roth, which is after tax. To transfer your annual leave payout to PSR, complete an annual leave agreement form. You'll find it on the ERSGA website. Then return that form to your payroll department before your last day of employment. Again, a comparison of plan fees is a good idea, but PSR fees are generally lower than other plans. Now, let's talk about taxes. How are your distributions going to be taxed? Roth funds meeting eligibility requirements are not taxed upon distribution. However, any distribution of pre-tax funds will be included as taxable income in the year of distribution. There's an automatic 20% withholding for federal tax on pre-tax funds. You can increase this percentage, but not decrease it. Georgia taxes aren't automatically withheld, so if you don't add withholding, you may owe taxes at the end of the year. If you roll over to another qualified plan, however, your distribution is non-taxable. Watch for your 1099 tax form, which is mailed in January. If you withdraw funds before the age of 59 and a half, there is an additional 10% early withdrawal penalty that may apply to withdrawals from a PSR account. If you have questions about taxes, consult your tax advisor. For more information about Peach State Reserves, visit the Peach State Reserves page on the ERSGA website. In the future, if you want to see your PSR balance, access financial education tools and calculators, including for retirement income and Social Security, and see your statement, visit the Georgia Breeze website. Thanks for joining us on this tour of Peach State Reserves. Have a happy retirement.